Hey there everyone, it's Val, and welcome back to today's end of the day tour for Galactic Science, the labors of Valentine, Greatorator, and Gore. You may notice a little sign there to my right. I am reorganizing a little bit, moving chests down to the storeroom, because I did make the storeroom, and it kind of makes sense to actually, make use of it. So let's crawl our way down there, and I will talk about new things on the way. First thing you might notice is that we have sucrose and aspirin in the doorways. The aspirin actually heals us, cures us of illnesses like wither, poison, that kind of thing. Sucrose gives us a speed buff. And a little bit of food. So that's nice. We haven't eaten all day because we've been living entirely on sugar, which is going to be terrible for our teeth, but what can you do? Alright, so this is really temporary. I'm just moving stuff directly down here so the guys know where to find the things, because they're still in roughly the same order. We're probably going to put a work area over here. It's going to be near the power room and near the storage stuff here. And if for some reason we ever get to the point where we need more room in the storeroom, I can either expand it, or we can relocate the workroom at that point, because we'll be able to afford a lot more wiring and whatnot. And you probably noticed some new things that as I went past, and I will talk about those things in just a moment. Let me finish my relocation efforts here. Okay. Is there anything else I needed to move? Let's just go back upstairs. One last check. Get rid of the... I think I'll leave the workbench there, actually. For now. Alright. So, what do we have here? Greatorator set these up. They're hooked up to power, and it's the start of our Galacticraft core stuff. We're going to be building a rocket. Right here. We're going to go to the moon. Oh wait, we're already on the moon. We're going to go to Mars. Because we're not going to Earth. That sucks. We destroyed that place. Let's go to Mars and find a new place to ruin. Actually, let's not ruin it, but... Okay, so I guess these are machineries that you need to build a rocket with. And, well, circuit fabricator, electric compressor, and rocket. And haven't done anything besides set it up. So I can't tell you anything more about them, just that we have them. I personally spent some time making our farm, and we have additional farms over there that I did today as well. I'll show you those in a sec. Making our farms a little more automatic. So we can throw stone axes in the top chest here. They come down, they automatically fill in this whenever it's empty. And we are pulling out all the stuff into the chest, which we were doing last time. But in addition, we're pulling all the wood out and throwing it in the barrel here, so it doesn't fill up quite as quickly. So automating it a little bit. And over here, I also automated some production of dirt. We can use Minechem to make dirt, but we're getting the extra saplings anyway, and rather than just, throwing them away, we might as well turn them into dirt. And it just kind of makes sense, Let's take these out of here. And we'll put them over here. Like so. Do I still have my axe? Yes, I do. And we'll just take these and throw them in here. And I can demonstrate the fabulous automatic dirt maker. Alright. Also planted a few more trees because we needed a lot more string. Ooh, that one did all turn. I wasn't sure if the entire tree would turn, but it did. They infested the tree. Excellent. Well, I'm not cutting that down right now, but later. Alright, so let's talk about everything on the surface here. So that means I need to go over here and show you our farms. There was a quest to make a the harvester, which I'll show you underneath. So I went ahead and I made two. We've got a potato field and we have a carrot field. Now, since we're running through the sucrose all the time, we don't actually need food unless we go on trips. So this is really, you know, for trips. So down here we have a crop planter. I upgraded it to a stone one, and the range is 81, which covers this entire field. This, of course, is the chest full of potatoes. And, oh, it's out of fuel. It must have just used up the last of it. I was putting methyl something or other in here. Let's see, does this still have some? Yes. Methyl Methacrylate. That's a tongue twister. And I did my first chemistry today and made some. So, woohoo for me. And I might show you how to make some because we're going to need some more for the power here anyway. So, might as well provide a demonstration of that. Okay, so of course, as you can see, this is where the food is coming out. And if you go down to our little access areas here, this is the construction area where I throw the stone hose in here. Of course, that's a crafting thing. So we are pulling, just like, it's the same principle as for the tree farm. We are pulling out of the chest the potatoes and putting them up there into that, you know, including the poisonous variety. And in the back here, it's not quite so easy to see, but we got a transfer node here that is taking the stone hose from the chest as needed and tossing them in here. In fact, if I take that out, you'll see that chest, that stone hose just came in, the one we saw sitting in the node, patiently waiting to show up. And of course, this is all the hose for that. And the identical setup is over here for the carrots, so we won't worry about that. I am, however, going to steal some carrots because I've been meaning to make some food. Dehydrated carrots. Oh, I think this is wide enough now. It's whacking these trees. Let me just fix that. I'm going to have to relocate them a little further away here. Say, bud, can I get in here? You got any, Thank you, I only need 2. That was 1. That is not 2. Oh, wait a minute. Get out of that. Right. Let's grab this. And we'll move it, I guess here? That's not right. Come here. And moon turf. Alright, we'll see if that survives. And we'll move you over here. Put you so. Where's my dirt? Oops. Right. Okay. Next on the agenda, we talked about the crops. Did Gorey do anything in here? Well, he's put up a lot more barrels. He's been busy making chemicals. And did do anything? Yeah, it looks like he did a lot of wiring down here. Rewiring, rather, because we stole all his wiring from before. In order to set up the power room. Okay, well, let's walk around then. This way. Let's go down in the basement and walk around through there. I'm trying to show this in a somewhat coherent manner. Let's start with Greaterator's place. He has put a bunch of stuff down here. Basically, we now have the... It's not fully connected yet, but we have... What are these things? Transfer nodes. Automatic hammerer. Right. You put things in here that you want to have hammered with El Nihio. Over here, we have the automatic sifters doing their thing. And actually, let me take this, and let's put the automatic stuff in here. So we should see, there it goes. So it's going to very slowly crash. Yep, there we go. There's the crushed aluminum. And that's broken iron ore, gold, copper. That's the aluminum ore. There we go. Right, so that goes there. And right now it's manual. We have to keep putting it back in. But that's much better than hitting it ourselves with a mallet. And, as you may have noticed when I was over here, we moved the automatic sieves from the power room into here. And now we just throw what we want sieved into the chests. It comes out, and it is in that chest there. And at some point, we're hoping to hook it up so that the ores are automatically pulled out of here, sent over here, get packaged up somehow. Oh! Is this hooked up yet? I don't know. I don't know if I don't think it is. But we're going to be using the crafters to automatically package the ores ready to be sent to the crusher, and then cycle them through until we get the final result, which is the dust here. And then as a last step, the crafter will turn it into the dusts here, and all we have to do is take them out and throw them in to cook whenever we need some more. And eventually we'll probably automate that too. And Greaterator, this was his, one of the projects that he worked on today. And to help him out with that, I went out and I made an RR pickaxe, which someone in chat mentioned. It actually is great because you can increase the size it affects. So you can see there on the lower left, as you shift and right click with the mouse, you can change how much it affects. And we do need to recharge it actually. So let's go to the power room, talk about that next. Yes, this was actually also a suggestion from someone in chat. It is... well, there's lots of stuff here. Let me just put this in here to recharge. We made a charger so that we can recharge that lovely pickaxe. But down here... Sorolla is the one who showed us their setup and how it worked, and we said, hey, that's beautiful, we're going to borrow it, and here it is. But I'm giving credit where credit is due. So we have water, an infant water pool down here, and of course the transfer node is pulling it into a chemical decomposer, which is ripping it apart. We are throwing the oxygen into a trash bin right there. And as you can see, oxygen filter, or item filter, is saying take the oxygen and toss it away. And over here, let me go here. This transfer node is grabbing the hydrogen and it's sending it upstairs. Oops, I always do that. The door is here. Oxygen upstairs to the stirling generators who are burning it for energy. And yeah, so we are now not reliant on stars for powering our oxygen collectors, so our oxygen bubbles are nice and stable now, as long as water doesn't suddenly stop auto-generating. We're good. I believe I saw a star is still being used in Greaterator's base. So we are still using the stars, but we're trying to move away from that because, well, we don't want things to explode on us. That would be sad. And down here, this is the moon turf that I collected earlier using my fantastic new pickaxe. And actually, speaking of the pickaxe, I think I might leave it in there because then it's there for other people to use. Whereas if I keep it in my pocket, then, well, if I'm not online and they come here, they can't use it. Alright, so did I... No, I didn't talk about this part. We're partially through completing this automated setup. So as with last stream, I had showed you the fact that we were making obsidian automatically. Well, now we're taking that obsidian and we're pulling it into a chemical decomposer, which is turning it into silicon dioxide. We're taking the silicon dioxide and pulling it into a chemical synthesizer, and we are turning it into gravel. Right now the gravel is going into a barrel here, and just... oh, I still have that. Okay, good. Just to show you, hook the power up to the back of the chemical synthesizer because you need to pull the product out from the bottom. We tried from the sides and it didn't work. So use the bottom. And what we're going to be doing is, this will be our buffer barrel. We are going to hook up a... actually, I say we, it'll probably be Greater that does this. Hook up an item transfer line pulling from the barrel going over to Greater's base in that direction there. And that will be fed is that the right direction? No, wait. Greater's is in that direction. I got confused. It's that way. Yes, that's right. It's this way. So we'll be pulling it over here and feeding it automatically into one of these chests. So we'll always have gravel running. Actually, sorry, over here. Getting all confused. Okay, here we'll be sending the gravel here to the automatic sieves. And that will be fabulous. So we can spend more time figuring out how we're making a rocket. Alright, so let's see. Have I forgotten to explain and show anything that we worked on today? I talked about my room. I talked about Greater's room. I looked at Gory's room. And I think that's it. I think I talked about everything. Right. And as for why we're on the moon, somebody in chat, Keeler, I just asked, why are we on the moon? Well, it's not voluntary, I assure you. Humanity as a whole totally trashed the planet, and we can't live there anymore. Everybody else died, but the three of us managed to escape to the moon, to our father's old base. I guess our fathers were old war buddies or something like that. But we got here, we're alive, and we're trying to make a go of it. And it's... well, lack of oxygen is a constant threat. Ah, there was one thing I didn't mention. You may notice the second bubble here. Greater's plan is to have oxygen for all three of our bases. So we'll be adding them one at a time, and of course, since he's setting it up, he got priority and set it up on the second bubble up on his base, which is fine with me, because he was the one working on that. So, yeah, so now we have 2 escape places we can run to when we are worried about breathing. Alright. Is there anything else? I think, other than my strip mining, which I already talked about, I don't really need to show you that. That's about it for today. So thank you guys very much for watching this end of the day tour. I hope you enjoyed seeing what we're doing. Oh, I know what I forgot. I knew there was something. I knew it. I was going to show you how to make methyl methacrylate, because I haven't shown any chemical stuff before. And since this is a new mod to me, and we need some more anyway, methyl. Let's just look at methyl. Okay, first step, you're going to need to make some methyl, because methyl methacrylate uses methyl, which is the part in the brackets on the chemical formula there. Oops, there we are. We need to make that first. And that's a 3. It looks like an 8, but it's just the font. We need 3. And, oops, to make the methyl, we need carbon and we need hydrogen. And you can take wood and you can turn it into cellulose by decomposing it here. Do we have any cellulose as... oh, there we go. There's some cellulose. So you get that from wood. So our wood farm's very important. It's also going to provide us with a source of power for our farms, at least for the time being. Eventually we'll probably hook those up to the power system as well, but for now This will do just fine. So you take your cellulose. I won't take a ton of it because this is an example. You throw the cellulose into your decomposer, and it is going to give you carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. A lot of carbon, a lot of hydrogen, and a lot of oxygen. And I'm just going to put the hydrogen and the oxygen in there. And once you get enough carbon, you snag out the carbon and you... Oh, we already got the chemical recipe in there. I'm going to take it out because we will have to make the methyl first. Alright, so the methyl is carbon and 3 hydrogens. So we got a stack of carbon, so let's take 3 hydrogens. Make sure we have enough. Put 3 stacks in there. And 1, 2, 3. And a carbon. And if you shift, left click, that'll give you what you need. You got a stack. Why didn't I get a full thing? Carbon. 1, 2, 3. Let's put this in there. Make me some more. Okay, good. We got a bunch. So now you put the methyl in there. Oh, back in there. Thank you. And now we're going to make the methyl methacrylate. Which, no. The methyl methacrylate. Would you give me the... Okay, fine. That's decomposing it. We don't want to decompose it. But we need 3 methyl, which we just made, 2 carbon, and 2 oxygen. So, oops, let's grab some carbon from here. 1, 2, and was it oxygen? Yes, 2 oxygen. So let's dump those in there. Take that out, put 3 of these in here, 2 of those, whoops, and 2 carbon, and now we have methyl methacrylate, and let's see how much we can make. Not a lot, but we have some, and now we can fuel things up again. Looks like you still have a little bit. Let's roughly divide this in 3-ish. So, there we go. And we'll put the rest over here in these ones. You cannot burn potato. You're burning potatoes. That's not right. I don't know if you end up with a net gain or not burning potatoes, but you can't burn carrots. Why can you burn potatoes? That's just odd. Okay, never mind. Okay. Now, unless I've forgotten something else, that should be it. I think I've shown you everything we've worked on today, and everything that I've learned. So I hope you enjoyed this end of the day tour, and I hope to see you in the stream sometime. Y'all take care now. Bye!